What's happening, everybody? It's Spark and welcome to today's episode of Breaking Point. We are at chapter 2 now after a somewhat controversial chapter 1 when we collided with our teammate Casper Akkerman, but now we are at the Chinese Grand Prix to see if we can claw back some of those lost points as a result of our coming together. So if you've been following the series so far, then do hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell icon as well. We would love to have you on board to our My Team career mode that we started as well coming into the next episode, which I'm aiming to release in this week. So we are here at the Chinese Grand Prix. The world of motorsport moves fast, and with focus quickly shifting to the Chinese Grand Prix, Akkerman Jackson and Racing Point are eager to find form heading into the 4th race of the 2020 season.
It's the Chinese Grand Prix here in Shanghai, and this track fast becoming a rookie's favourite. Alex Albon, remember him from last year? A brilliant race in his debut season, and it looks like Akkerman Jackson's continuing the trend.
He really is, Crofty. He's showing great promise so far this season.
Well, here's Akkerman now, going up behind his young teammate.
The rumour in the paddock, Crofty, is that the tension's building between these two. Let's see what happens here.
Here we go, Ackerman's going for it! Down the inside of the hairpin, he's barged his...
What are you doing? Casper, what the hell?
Looks like Jackson's really struggling to get over that.
Okay, Ada, keep it focused. Concentrate.
That brush with his teammate clearly affecting the young driver.
It looks like it has, Crofty. I can't see any significant damage to that car, so he's going to have to pull himself back into this race.
Car's looking okay, Aiden. See if you can recover a few places.
What was that all about?
You can recover, Aiden.
That's not okay. That's really not okay.
No, that wasn't, to be fair. What was that move that Akkerman was trying to pull on us? It was ridiculously aggressive, almost like the one Butler pulled on us last time around. And just like before, we have come off pretty badly, but this time we've come off worse than Akkerman. We are behind him now, and we have got to catch up and to pass him to ensure that our race doesn't end as badly as we hope. We end the race in the points. We have got to make up ground here.
Good job, nice overtake.
I'll say sorry in advance for the sort of the dip in sound quality here, unfortunately, with this video. When I was recording, for some reason the sound quality was just a little bit off. It just sounded like almost like the speakers weren't quite connected. It just had like a bad sort of impact on the way I've recorded it. So apologies for that, but at least we can still bring you a pretty fun video to see Breaking Point Chapter 2. It's China now. We've just come up right to the back of the Renault of Esteban Ocon at the moment. Ocon is... it was good to see him back, definitely, that year, because he was effectively ousted from Force India, which then became Racing Point, thanks to Lawrence Stroll buying the team. So I think the whole F1 world was just in a bit of despair at that point. A good driver was ousted because of politics within Formula 1. So, however, I'm not sure politics is going to do him any favours or him any favours here. We got DRS open, overtakes off, we go down to the outside there on the side of the hairpin. We brake pretty late, still coming round, getting used to the wheel. I'm just going on board to a on-shot view at the moment, and I had to pause for a moment and ended up having to hit the rewind button and make sure that at least some sort of continuity going into this video, otherwise it gets a little bit weird. So that's lap 11 now. We are past the Renault of Ocon. We have got... It's Lando Norris. Yes, it's Lando Norris in front of us there as we go through the ever-long turn 1 at the back of turn 2, which always reminded me of Sepang for some reason. It's just a long right-hander into the left, just always reminded me there as the Williams gets out of the way, which is always a depressing sight to see.
Ahead is 1.5 seconds.
1.5 seconds to the car ahead. Let's see what we do here. No! Yeah, let's just pretend that never happened. Oh my god, I just flashback at like the worst time in the middle of a braking zone. Thankfully, we keep the car alive. We keep it without any damage. And just look at the understeer there. I'm starting to suspect whether we might actually have some damage on this car, which may be causing us to understeer that much. Either that or I'm just rubbish at driving. I'll let you guys make your opinions on that one. But we come up to the back. We see Kevin Magnussen, I think, at the Haas finally getting out of the way. I do miss Kevin Magnussen. I miss his... we need more guys of his sort of attitude in Formula 1. And sadly, I think Well, I wouldn't say we're missing that in January because we have Kimi Räikkönen of all people and you can't really go wrong. But Magnussen was an interesting character for all he was. As we've got just over 3 laps to go now, coming into the end of the Chinese Grand Prix, we still have to catch our teammate Casper Akkerman though, and through the braking zones, that's where we're really making the difference to the cars in front of us.
3 laps of fuel remaining.
Yes, thanks for that, Jeff. It's nothing I didn't know already. And we cut the curb there. That's one of the few curbs, I think, if you cut, particularly in time trial, that you can sort of get away with. And it's also one of the curbs in this game that if you cut, it doesn't exactly send you to the shadow realm either. So, as you can see there, we are ever so close to Lando Norris. We think about a move up the inside there, a very cheeky one at best, but we decide to hang on and live for another day. So we end up short shifting earlier then because I'm not quite sure, because there's the way this car behaves compared to like time trial, there's so much different. So I'm not entirely trusting it there in between where it does. Lando Norris is still in front of us, and it's really in the braking zones, like I said, where we can make the difference. I just need to be a lot more confident, I think, with traction and try not to understeer in moments like this so we can just keep the speed through the high speed corners. We're doing alright though, we're doing okay. We're still about 4 or 5 tenths now behind the McLaren driver. And I'll tell you what, once he gets into the 2021 season, he's going to be I don't think I'll be able to pass this guy because the guy's consistency this year has been absolutely spot on. I said I do need to check out the guy's ratings for my team career mode, but they're still a little bit wide there. We touched the curb, but it's a good enough run for us to get the DRS zone. Overtake is on. We are in prime position now to overtake Lando Norris. The DRS goes up as well. We're closing on the McLaren. What are we going to do? He covers the inside, so we go to the outside. We outbrake him there. He's still on the outside, so we give him a little bit of space. And there we are now, up into P11. Only 1 space away from our teammate Casper Akkerman. But we need to get one over him now for his aggressive overtake, which lost us quite a few positions. But mind you, for the team, his move wasn't anywhere near as costly as what Aiden's move was in Melbourne, so I don't think we can give Casper too much stick, but well, yeah, it's probably easy to say with hindsight, but I imagine everyone's hearts would have been in their mouths at Racing Point seeing us butt heads together like that again.
Our gap to the car in front is 1.6 seconds.
1.6 seconds, and it's lap 13. We've got to get him by about a second a lap, and we can absolutely pass our teammate here. We got the faster car the game's plot needs us to be, and we are understeering pretty badly. Yeah, GG Sparky for a great... Oh, and a tank slapper there as well. We just managed to keep it on. Still managed to keep it on. We come into sector 3 of the lap. The long left-hander, you have to get it slowed down. We keep it in second initially for the corner. Sets us up a little bit better coming into the long straight. I can't remember how long the straight actually is. Yes, 2 laps to go. We already know that, Jeff. Thanks for stating the obvious again, mate. But we don't have DRS this time. We still have a little bit of battery power left for us to go out and challenge Casper Akkerman. I think we probably spent most of this lap kind of saving it because we're going to need it for the next one because we are just coming up to within a second of Casper Akkerman now. It's the last lap, all to play for.
This is your final lap of the race.
Thanks for repeating me again, Jeff. Last lap, can we overtake Casper Akkerman? Now, we take probably a little bit too much curb in there for my liking. Yeah, I don't think that corner was as fast as it could have been. I think we slowed down a bit sort of too much. Mind you, nice rotation through there. Casper's got brilliant traction outside that corner there. Traction that I haven't quite gotten the haven't quite got a grip of rather than since going on to the racing wheel. And just like that as well, he absolutely rockets away from me while I'm still finding my feet. So the way with these cars are, it's so hard to follow, I think I'm just going to blame the loss in downforce there and anything else. Not my lack of skills or my lack of familiarity with the wheel transitioning from pad to wheel. But like I said, I'll let you guys make the decisions about that in the comment section below. So it's still, we have got to pass him here though. This is our last chance to get past this chapter and continue in the story of Breaking Point. So he's a little bit further ahead of us than where Lando Norris was. Overtake is on. Bottas has won the race, but who cares? DRS zone is coming up now. It's even cars though, so they're generally quite harder to pass, knowing each other's weaknesses. Akkerman defends to the inside. We go to the outside. We go round the outside at the hairpin there. Squeeze him out, and the move is done. We just got to keep it planted here. No tank slappers. Nothing silly at the moment. I think I'll get into the habit of not using the flashbacks at that point. We come across the line, and we salvage some points.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
So tensions are on the rise at Racing Point after China. Jackson and Akkerman again make contact with another following aggressive overtake move by the veteran, which, let's be real, was a bit aggressive. Let's see how this one pans out.
Casper, what the hell was that? You nearly put me out the entire race. Bumping wheels like that, you could have put us both into the barrier. Casper, come on, man.
I have to make a phone call.
Casper! Akkerman!
Fucking cold shoulder or what?
Mom, cancel the TV subscription. The entertainment is right here.
Come off it. Do you really have nothing better to do?
By now? No. And why would I want to miss this? You two are like characters in a badly written sitcom.
I bet you're the one writing it, mate.
Look to sign Ricardo, you know.
Yep, definitely writing it.
Ask anyone.
What do you mean?
The paddock talks, mate. And so did Akkerman. Should have heard him last season. He didn't care who he talked to, and he was always going off and on about you. He tried to stop him from signing you. He didn't want to play babysitter.
Oh, he did he?
Everyone knows. Have you not seen the way that people look at you? We all feel sorry for you, mate. You never stood a chance with it. You want my advice? Prove him wrong. Chin up.
What? Are you talking smack again, mate? Akkerman didn't want Jackson to be signed. Nah, come on. He's got to be the one writing that little sitcom that he's been going on about. I'll teach his mum to cancel the TV subscription. Ah, speaking of mums, here's one calling us now.
Hey, Ma.
Hello, love. I saw the race and thought I'd give you a call.
And why's that?
Just to say well done, like I always do.
Oh, right.
I saw what happened in the race with Casper. Can't believe he wasn't penalized. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
And Casper, what he said about it?
Nothing. He wouldn't speak to me.
Well, maybe keep trying. It can't hurt to clear the air. Just remember what your grandmother always used to say. The fights that can't be won are the fights you fight the hardest.
I'm not even sure that makes sense.
Just whatever's going on, don't let it get to you. And call me later, okay?
Will do.
I'm with you, Wade. I'm not sure that makes a load of sense. Maybe we'll find out the reason why in the story mode. Maybe that's the main message of Breaking Point. I don't know, but it's just another messy affair, I think, on track. But the atmosphere I'm getting from this campaign is giving me real, like, Drive to Survive vibes. I think people have been saying that once they've been reviewing the campaign, and they're not wrong, to be fair. It is proper Drive to Survive stuff, albeit a little bit watered down and without the Gunther Steiner Fox smashing the door. I'd love to see that in the career mode. Make it happen, EA. As for Devin Butler, though, he's not having a direct presence in this game, but I think that's kind of the point. He's the guy whispering in people's ear at the moment, constantly stirring the pot and just watching the fireworks at the moment. So I got a feeling that's probably how this career is going to pan out. But I like it. He's not the kind of direct arsehole that you saw in F1 2019. I'm enjoying having him around in this campaign mode, just for its sort of enjoyment perspective. Plus, I like the little Easter eggs that are sort of there with him obviously being in Formula 1 a year later, and him sort of being the kind of rookie hotshot, but just as cocky as ever. I tell you what, it makes me wonder what happened to Lucas Weber at the moment, because Lucas Weber has been kind of invisible in this career mode. I just hope we see what happens to him later. Like, he's almost like a supporting role, like a supporter to the protagonist in many ways. So I'll be looking forward to that once I get round to it. So once again, guys, thank you so much for watching. This concludes Chapter 2, which is Episode 3 of my playthrough series for Breaking Point. If you're a fan of the series and you like the channel, then be sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and hit the notification bell icon as well to be notified of all of my F1 gaming videos when they all arrive at our doorstep. So I've got my team coming at the end of this week, so be sure to check that out and watch the previous episode to see how you can be part of the team and how you can make your decisions count for every single race that comes along. So thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Spark, you guys have been Brill, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.